2011. I want you all to take a moment to think about all the good things that happened this year. That's long enough. Now let's take a few hours to think about all the horrible things that happened. Yeah, go ahead. Take a few hours. I'll be here. Alright, you don't have to take a few hours, but seriously, this year was some fucking garbage, okay? I don't think anyone can dispute that. SOPA, NDAA, fucking Occupy Wall Street being ignored by the mainstream media. Well, pretty much everything relevant this year was ignored by the mainstream media, wasn't it? That's kind of interesting. Like, for instance, I'm no fan of Ron Paul. I've done several videos against him. I disagree with him on 60 to 70% of the things that he said, and yet I'm compelled to defend him from the mainstream media because they're doing everything in their power to marginalize him, and it's obvious to everyone. All the mainstream media and the Republican establishment and the Democratic establishment, the two-party establishment, the corporatist establishment, all they've accomplished by trying to marginalize Ron Paul is turn someone like me, who hates the guy, into someone that's giving him a second look. Because, hey, if the establishment hates him this bad, maybe he should have my vote. I mean, if it comes down to Ron Paul or Barack Obama, how can I, in good conscience, vote for Barack Obama, a man who doesn't believe anything that he fucking says? Ron Paul at least believes in something. He at least has a real agenda that reflects a real philosophical value system, a real economic policy, a real foreign policy. And it's not an economic policy I agree with. I probably, at the end of the day, agree more with Barack Obama's stated policies than I do with Ron Paul's. But the difference is, I don't know what Obama really wants. I think that what he wants is the furtherance of his own power, the continuation of the status quo. At least Ron Paul, for all his faults, for all his foibles, and they are many, at least he genuinely believes the shit that he says. Personally, I'm still holding out for a third-party candidate that I could vote for in good conscience, but failing that, I can see myself voting for Ron Paul if he gets the nomination. He probably won't. It's probably still going to be Romney. Romney's still ahead in most of the Iowa polls, and he's way ahead in a lot of other primary states. But hey, could be Paul. Paul has a legitimate path to the nomination, which is something that I will freely admit that I never thought would happen. But this video isn't about Ron Paul, it's about Iowa, the state that since 1972 has held the dubious distinction of being the very first state in the primary season, the very first state that all the people who want to be nominated by their party to become president have to woo. You have to go to Iowa, you have to win over that Iowa crowd. Because if you win Iowa, that gives you momentum going into all the other primary states. For instance, the media really didn't take Barack Obama very seriously until he won in Iowa. They all thought that Hillary Clinton had it locked down, but they were wrong. Obama came in there, he won Iowa, and all of a sudden, he was a serious contender. That is the power of Iowa, the way that things are currently set up. And I think that's stupid, because Iowa is fucking crazy. TJ, you can't just say that an entire state is crazy and not back it up. I'll back it up. I will back it the fuck up. Here's 5 reasons why Iowa is a crazy state. Reason number 1. Iowa cannot make up its fucking mind. Alright, just do me a favor and look at this graph. This is a graph of primary race polling in Iowa from June 9th to December 18th. The green line is Mitt Romney, and he's pretty steady. But look at everyone else. Perry, Cain, Gingrich. Each one of them has taken the lead and subsequently plummeted back to nothingness. Oh, Rick Perry, he's awesome! Oh wait, no, he sucks, I'm sorry. We thought he was awesome for a second, but we see now that he sucks. Oh, Herman Cain, he's awesome! Oh, Herman Cain, yeah, oh no, he sucks too. Never mind, he sucks too. Sorry, we thought he was awesome there for a second, but it turns out he also sucks. Newt Gingrich is Well, no, I mean, we already know that Newt Gingrich sucks, but I guess he's all right? I don't know. I mean, he's not, but okay. Why Newt Gingrich? What? And that brings me to the number 2 reason why Iowa is fucking insane. The fact that Newt Gingrich was ever in the lead shows that Iowa voters are stupid, crazy, evil, or all 3. Look at his face. This is the face of a man so deplorable that he divorced his wife while she had cancer. He was having an affair, and he decided, now's the time for a divorce. That's kind of fucked up, but it gets a lot worse. Gingrich explained to a former campaign treasurer his reasons for divorcing his wife while she had cancer. You ready? Here's the quote. "She's not young enough or pretty enough to be the wife of the president. And besides, she has cancer." Okay, he denied saying that. But so what? Who wouldn't deny saying that? Anyone, when pressed on that issue, like, did you say that you left your wife because she's not young enough to be the wife of the president and because she has cancer? Is that really your stated reason for leaving her? And even the most evil douchebag who's not in touch with reality or the ethics and morals of everyday people, even he is going to back down at that point. Like, oh, no, I never said that. What I said was... And check this out. Just recently, Newt's daughter Jackie said, "Oh, it wasn't my father that wanted the divorce. It was my mother." Oh, I see. He didn't divorce a woman with cancer. A woman with cancer divorced him. The only problem is, that's not true. CNN uncovered court documents that show that it's not true. So not only did Newt Gingrich cheat on his wife with cancer, which, by the way, is the very same thing that completely ruined John Edwards' career and made him the most vilified man in America, not only did he cheat on her, he divorced her while she had fucking cancer. And then, years later, he made his own daughter lie about it. This is a man that you think should be fucking president of the United States? What the fuck, Iowa? What the fuck? Reason number 3. The fact that Herman Cain was ever in the lead shows that Iowa voters are stupid, crazy, evil, or all 3. Herman Cain's utterly ludicrous 999 plan would have raised taxes for the poorest Americans and lowered them significantly for the richest. This is your plan, Republicans? Raise taxes for everyone but the super rich? And this is supposed to be perceived as anything but class warfare? Not only that, but the 999 plan didn't tax anything. It had a 0% tax rate for capital gains tax. So if you make your money in the stock market, you don't have to pay any taxes. You know what that means? That means that someone making minimum wage would have been paying 9% of their income every year to the federal government. And someone like Warren Buffett, who is a multi-billionaire, one of the richest men in the world, would have paid nothing. 0. This is someone that you got behind, Iowa. This is someone that you really thought, that sounds like a good... You're a fucking moron state filled with imbeciles. Reason number 4. The fact that Rick Perry was ever in the lead shows that Iowa voters are stupid, crazy, evil, or all 3. Okay, now there's plenty of horrible stuff that this asshole has done over the years that I could say right now. But I only need to say one thing. He once said that Texas maybe should secede from the United States of America. Yeah, he once talked about secession from the United States. He wanted to secede from the United States, and then he ran for president of the United States. You can't be like, I quit, and then be like, put me in charge. No, it doesn't fucking work that way, Rick. You're horrible. You're horrible. What the fuck, Iowa? Reason number 5. Slipknot is from Iowa. Yeah, it's not really relevant, but 5 is so much better of a number than, 4. Seriously, though, this doesn't really make sense. Why is it that year after year, election cycle after election cycle, we let Iowa set the tone for the national election? Shouldn't we, switch it up? Have like a lottery, like, oh, where's the first primary going to be this year? It's going to be in, Delaware. All right, the Delaware primary is first this year. Why Iowa every single year? Or, make it Texas or California, a state that represents a significant portion of the population. Iowa has a population of like 3 million. That's like 1% of the United States. 1% of the population. Why do they get to set the tone for the national election that affects everyone? 1% of the people with a disproportionate amount of power. Why? What makes sense about this? Spoiler alert, nothing. Or you know what? Better fucking yet! We have something now called the national media, and we have something even better called the internet. Information can travel nationally very fast. Is there really any reason to hold this long, protracted primary process anymore, where these candidates try to appeal to one block of voters in one state at a time? No, there's no reason for it. We should appoint the nominee nationally all at once. They run a national campaign to seek their party's nomination. What doesn't make sense about that? I mean, sure, they'd have to raise a lot more money to go national right out of the gate, and maybe that would preclude some of the smaller candidates, so I guess that's one disadvantage. But you know what? With the internet, it's really not that hard to disseminate information anymore. It's just not. I mean, at the very fucking least, this system needs some reform. I don't like that every 4 years I'm looking to see what Iowa is going to decide about the future of the country. No offense to Iowa, no offense. I like Slipknot. Hey, Slipknot's cool. I know a lot of people don't like them, too mainstream or whatever, but behind my shell I wait and bleed or whatever, people equal shit. That's all good stuff, Iowa. Good job with Slipknot, but I'm just not sure that I'm comfortable giving you, like, commanding influence over our presidential nominee process. I'm just, a little bit iffy about that. I trust you to bring me guys in masks screaming and, doing a fucking awesome stage show and all that. That's cool. You guys have got that handled, but this whole, power over the primary process thing, I'm not sure you guys have been doing such a great job, honestly, I gotta say. Well, that's what my fat, pretentious ass thinks. What do you think, YouTube? Recently, on my secondary channel, TJ Does Life, I did a commentary track over my first video, and it was a lot of fun, and a lot of people seemed to like it. So I thought, why not do that over a number of my videos? I chose 15 videos. I'm laying down commentary tracks now. We're going to release it as a collection. And all you guys have to do to get access to it is go to the Not Productive Indiegogo page and donate $30 or more. There's also a lot of other cool perks if that one doesn't interest you. And of course, you'll be helping to create Not Productive. More information about the company is available on the website. We thank you very much. I'm going to get drunk.